Welcome to Stone Watch. This is the Retro Rewatch. Today we're talking about the 1985 classic Explorers. And if you haven't already, please smash that subscribe button and click on that bell so you can be notified for future videos. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And yes, I just recently rewatched the 1985 classic Explorers. Now, I gotta say, I still love this movie. Yes, the effects are dated and the alien costumes are not as good as like they are today. I have to admit. But I still like it. I still enjoy the story of it, and I found out through like research in this for this video that the director was not actually able to properly finish the movie. So it kind of makes you wonder, if he did, how much better would it have been? Explorers is a 1985 American science fantasy film released July 12th of 1985, written by Eric Luke and directed by Joe Dante. The film stars Ethan Hawke, River Phoenix, and Jason Presson. In the film, they are teenage boys who build a spacecraft to explore outer space after being contacted by aliens in their dreams. This is also the feature film debut of Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix. Also starring in this movie have Amanda Peterson, Robert Picardo, Karen Mayo Chandler, Dick Miller, and James Cromwell, just to name a few. Special effects were produced by Industrial Light and Magic, with the makeup effects being done by Rob Bottin. Rushed into production, the film was never properly finished. Dante revealed that the studio demanded that he stop editing and rush for a July release, where it was overshadowed by the Live Aid concert, which was held one day after the film's release. And with a stiff competition from Back to the Future, which opened 9 days prior, the film was a box office flop. But it did attract a cult following with its VHS release. With a budget of $20 to $25 million and a box office zone of 9.9, it's no wonder this movie never got a sequel. Now, currently, this movie is sitting with a Rotten Tomato score of 74% and an audience score of 66%, which is pretty damn good for a movie that's 36 years old and really didn't make that much money at the box office. Now, its last top critic review was from about a month ago, and he didn't like it. Its last audience review, other than my video right now, was from like last year in November. Now, again, this movie wasn't like the world's greatest movie, but back in the day, this was pretty damn good. I never knew that it wasn't actually, I guess I didn't really pay attention to it, because me and my friends back in the day, when we talked about this movie, which we all love this movie, we thought that they were trying to set it up for like a sequel, right? At least that's what I got out of it. I thought it wasn't finished. And I didn't realize it was never finished until I actually read it here in the description when I was doing research for this video. But knowing that now, I guess I kind of look at it differently. But back then, I thought they were just trying to set it up for a sequel, and it just never, for whatever reason, didn't happen. And I don't know why. I never really thought about why it didn't happen. I didn't pay attention to the whole box office thing as much as I do now. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I liked it. Again, I know that the effects were kind of dated, but it's still a fun film. It's still a halfway decent story. And like it said in the description, this was the film debut of Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix. Now, Ethan Hawke would go on to star in movies like Training Day, Assault on Precinct 13, Gattaca, which I have to admit, I don't like that movie. I tried watching that movie and I just could not get into it, man. Just couldn't get into it. But finding out through research for this video, he was also in that new Magnificent Seven movie with Chris Pratt and Denzel Washington. Now, I've been meaning to check that movie out, so I'm gonna have to do that now, because that's a lot of good actors in that movie. So River Phoenix, before his untimely death at the Viper Room in 1993, went to go star in other great movies like Stand By Me, Sneakers, Mosquito Coast with Harrison Ford, Running on Empty with Judge Hirsch. Now, I love that movie. It's not really like an action-packed movie whatsoever. It's more like a headspace-like kind of movie. But I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, check it out. He also played the young Indiana Jones in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade with Sean Connery. Now, I have to admit, that's probably like my favorite one of the Indiana Jones series so far. And I can't say about 5 yet because I haven't seen it, because they're just starting to make that one. But so far, that's like my favorite one out of the first 4 Indiana Jones movies. That's just me. Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. But I always wondered why Jason Presson's career didn't take off like theirs did. Because I liked his character in The Explorer as much as theirs. He was funny. His character was pretty damn awesome. I don't understand why his career didn't take off. But then, I've been looking at his filmography for research for this video, and I could kind of see why. He just did not pick good roles whatsoever. He was just getting small bit roles. And he was in that terrible Saturday 14th horror flick, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that movie was bad. I didn't like that movie whatsoever. So, I mean, I guess that's probably why his career didn't take off. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer because, again, I did like his character in that one movie, but that was just in that one movie, right? And while doing research for this video, I found out that Joe Dante's directed other classic movies that I loved when I was a kid. I mean, both of the Gremlins movies, those are all-time classics. Small Soldiers, I love that movie, man. I mean, toys coming to life and they're like taking killing people. I mean, that movie is a classic. And he also directed Inner Space with Meg Ryan, Dennis Quaid, and Martin Short. Awesome movie. And he also directed The Burbs with Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher. I have not seen that movie, and I can't tell you when. That might be another Rich or Rewatch video coming up, so keep an eye out for that one. I don't know, I'll have to think about that one, because that movie's kind of messed up. And then there's like a bunch of horror movies he did, and I'm not really into horror movies, so I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I like this movie. It was a fun movie. It's not like, I don't know, it's a good Saturday, Sunday afternoon movie. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got much going on, you want to watch a halfway decent movie, this one's pretty good. And it's good for the kids. So, at least as far as I'm concerned. So, I don't know. Have you ever watched the 1985 classic Explorers with Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix? Let me know in the comments down below. What did you think about this movie? How old were you when you saw this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. I mean, again, it's not the world's best movie, but it's fun. So let me know what you think in the comments down below.